Hey, are you ready to unlock the full destructive potential of Galbrena? Because if you're not preparing for her release properly, you're basically wasting one of the strongest burst DPS characters Wuthering Waves has ever teased. Stick around because by the end of this guide, you'll know exactly what skills to level, which weapons to consider, the perfect echo setup, and the team compositions that will turn her into an unstoppable fusion nuke machine! Also, we're about to hit 2,000 subscribers, so make sure to comment and hit that subscribe button to join the journey before her official release. Yo, welcome back to the channel. Kamusta po sa inyong lahat? You know, is finally out and that means Galbrena is just around the corner. Time to save up asteroids with loot bars up to 21% discount on top-ups, which is cheaper than doing it in-game. Use my link in the description for an extra 10% discount. Loot bars do-it-yourself mobile top-ups lets you get the discounts without giving out your password. Safe, trusted with high trust pilot scores, and quick in delivery, Loot Bar has you covered from Lunite subscriptions, battle passes, to Lunite fill-ups. Hit that link in the description because Galbrena is designed as a fusion element burst DPS who thrives on quick rotations and explosive resonance liberations. Her resonance liberation skill is the crown jewel of her kit. This is where the majority of her damage comes from, and it should always be your first priority when leveling. Her resonance skill comes next, offering consistent supplemental damage and synergy with her burst. The Forte circuit has a lot of value and should be third in the priority list. After that, her intro skill is worth investing in for its added utility and damage contribution. And finally, her basic attacks are the lowest priority since they contribute minimally to her overall damage output. With that setup, you ensure that every upgrade you pour into her brings out the highest returns possible. Now, let's talk weapons. Galbrena shines brightest when wielding her signature weapon. This weapon was practically made for her, directly amplifying her burst potential and enhancing her resonance liberation to terrifying levels. And for those who can't have it, there are strong alternatives. Static Mist is the best free-to-play choice, offering reliable synergy with her burst playstyle, and if you want a 4-star option, Thunderbolt is no slouch, providing a dependable balance of power that still makes Galbrena feel like a powerhouse. The new Battle Pass weapon, Solar Flame, is shaping up to be one of their best 4-star choices. Its passive effect rewards aggressive play by boosting attack and heavy attack damage whenever you land basic or heavy hits. Each stack lasts for 7 seconds, and with the ability to stack up to 4 times, it creates a strong ramping effect that feeds perfectly into Galbrena's burst window, because it refreshes every second. Maintaining uptime is easy during normal rotations, ensuring consistent value for players who like to weave in basic or heavy attacks before unleashing liberation. And don't forget that this weapon also has crit rate as its substat. No matter which weapon ends up in your hands, the ultimate goal remains the same. Maximize Galbrena's ability to unleash absurd, screen-melting damage every time her resonance liberation is active. Of course, weapon alone don't make the build. Echoes are where Galbrena really comes alive, and her best echo setup revolves around amplifying fusion damage and critical stats. The 3-piece Flamewing Shadow set is a must, providing a 16% fusion damage increase during resonance liberation alongside a juicy 20% crit rate boost. Pair that with any 2-piece fusion set, which adds another 10% fusion damage, and you've got a lethal combination that turns every burst into a weapon of mass destruction. Your main slot will be the 3-cost Korosaurus, which grants 12% fusion damage bonus and 20% Echo Skill damage bonus. Go for fusion damage and flat attack main stats. The 4 costs will have crit main stats. The 3 costs will have fusion bonuses or attack stats. The 1 costs will both have attack percentage. With this configuration, Galbrena's Resonance Liberation becomes the kind of attack that melts bosses in seconds. And you will want crit, heavy attack, liberation, attack percentage, and energy regen substats to go with all those echoes. Now, for team compositions, Galbrena proves to be one of the most versatile burst carries we've seen teased so far. In premium setups, slotting her alongside Chuyuan and the Shorekeeper creates a devastating rotation engine. Shorekeeper provides the field control and utility, Chuyuan funnels in additional damage and buffs, and then Galbrena steps in to drop her resonance liberation like a tactical nuke weapon. For players who don't have access to every shiny 5-star, there are still plenty of strong and accessible paths. Mortifi and Verena form a rock-solid backbone, with Mortifi amplifying damage windows and Verena offering sustain and extra buffs, giving Galbrena both survivability and damage consistency. If you prefer a more mobile playstyle, Sanhua and Verena can form a faster, snappier rotation that trades some raw numbers for flexible tempo, letting you cycle Galbrena in and out more often without sacrificing team cohesion. And if you are a Monofusion fan, pair Galbrena with Brant and light them up with Lupa's Pack Hunt gimmick for massive fusion damage scaling. Finally, you can put in Prolova here as well and have them healed by Yuno for absolute bonkers insanity. Beyond these mainline options, there are experimental paths that highlight her synergy with other units. Her kit aligns intriguingly well with Yuno, whose supportive resonance effects may further elevate Galbrena's burst windows. Looking towards the future, the prospect of a monofusion composition with Brant and the rumored Lupa, who is going to be rerunning soon, is especially enticing. Brant's reliable synergy and Lupa's pack hunt mechanic could create a terrifying fusion-only squad where Galbrena functions as the centerpiece detonator. Regardless of whether you choose established premium cores or budget-friendly pairings or speculative fusion-centric lineups, Galbrena's role remains consistent. She jumps in, unleashes hellfire with her liberation, and rotates out, leaving the battlefield scorched. That identity as a pure burst DPS makes her not just easy to slot into teams, but also a unit around whom entire comps can be built. The bottom line is simple. Galbrena isn't just another fusion unit waiting to be released or unleashed. She's shaping to be a top-tier burst specialist whose kit rewards precise timing, tight team synergy, and careful investment. If you prioritize her resonance liberation first, then equip her with her signature weapon when it arrives or one of the dependable alternatives already available, and build her echoes around fusion damage, crit scaling, and regeneration, you'll unlock her full destructive potential. Place her in a rotation-focused team that feeds her openings, and she turns into a battlefield leveling detonator. That combination of power and accessibility is exactly why the community is already hyping her as one of the strongest characters on the horizon for Wuthering Waves. She's a character worth saving for, worth pulling when her banner drops, and absolutely worth mastering once she joins your roster. And before I wrap this up, I want to hear from you. Do you plan on saving your pulls for Galbrena's banner, or are you holding out for someone else on the horizon? We're talking about Chuyuan and Chisa. Let me know in the comments because I'm curious how many of you are already committed to building her the moment she drops. If this video resonated with you, please leave a like for extra heals, subscribe for more crits, and hit that bell for huge nuke damage. Thank you so much for watching. Maraming salamat po, and I will see you in the next video drop. Goodbye.